Your community, recycle.
Hey everybody, this is Cornell, and I'm so excited to bring Tangled Up in Blues to WHBC. Let's spend Sunday nights together, 7 to 10. You can tune in right here at 1480 WHBC, or listen on the iHeartMedia app, TuneIn app, Alexa, or Google Home, and of course at WHBC.com. You'll be hearing from me Sunday night, 7 to 10, prime time. It's time once again to get tangled up in blues.
From home decoration to home improvement, get everything you need at a fraction of the price. At Habitat Restore in Canton, you'll find new and gently used furniture, appliances, home decor, building materials, and much more. In-store and online at restoreeco.org. And when you shop and donate at Restore, you'll help local families build homes with Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity Restore, the store that builds homes.
Live from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight.
And good Wednesday morning, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Spotlight. And if you are listening on the radio, that is fantastic. But also, just want to let you know, you can also watch this live on Facebook right now, and also on our Twitter feed at 1480 WHBC and our YouTube channel, 1480 WHBC. And we're glad to be talking with our good friends from Habitat for Humanity East Central Ohio today. And we have with us Kevin Miller, who is Director of Communications. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning. How are you?
Also, Alison Mattis, who is Director of Development. Hi, Alison. How are you?
Hi, Pam. Good. How are you?
Good. Good to have you guys. And I'll tell you, it's kind of a snowy morning, but we're going to pretend we're just moving on into springtime, right?
Yeah, let's keep going. I mean, it's spring cleaning season, right? We got to keep that in mind. The sun is right around the corner.
Don't let a little snow stop us from any of this.
That's right.
We have a lot to talk about this morning, a lot of things to get to that we want to discuss. But before we do that, let's kind of just give an overview to folks who may be wondering, what it's been like for you guys during this past COVID year and how Habitat has handled all of that.
Yeah, so it's, of course, like everyone everywhere, it's been a bit of a challenging season, having to come up with new normals to do everything, keeping in mind the safety of, Restore customers, volunteers on work sites, our staff and volunteers in the Restore, everywhere. Keeping new normals constantly developing is like exhausting, So, but we did it all very safely. It's been an important year still. Families still built homes. Families were still in their homes for the holiday season. Volunteers were still out on work sites, and it was all done safely. And what it means is that families were able to build decent, affordable homes despite all of that. Families who have partnered with Habitat did very well through, the economic difficulties of the COVID season as well. And of course, we're not out of all of this stuff yet. We're continuing to head into a new build season, really keeping all of this in mind, keeping safety in mind, keeping ways that we can protect everyone at the top of our mind, because at the end of the day, we've got to keep building because families still need homes. And so we're going to do whatever it takes to do it right and to do as much good as possible throughout our community.
And you're right. The homes, that's the number one priority, obviously. Exactly. The top priority for all of this. So let's kind of start there. Let's talk a little bit about the Southeast Canton Renewal Project Launch. That's very exciting.
We are so excited about our Southeast Canton Renewal Project, Pam, and I want to go ahead and explain what a renewal project is. If people aren't familiar with Habitat, that might not be a term that you're used to hearing. So Habitat for Humanity East Central Ohio, we've been building in our community for 33 years. And when we started, we were building on what we call scattered sites. So that means we build a home here and then over here, but not so much in really a concentrated area. And about 5 or 6 years ago, we realized that we could have a much bigger impact to change futures for families if we concentrated all of our efforts in one area. So in 2016, we launched our first holistic neighborhood revitalization project, and that was in Northeast Canton. And we saw property values go up, we saw owner occupancy go up, and tax delinquency go down after working in that neighborhood for several years. So we are so excited to take that model and move it into Southeast Canton. So that project is not only going to include new construction, but it's also going to include repairing homes, maybe for existing homeowners who have been in the neighborhood for a long time. They want to grow old there, but they need a little help getting repairs done to the exterior of their homes. We're going to be able to do that. We will preserve homes. We know that neighborhoods have a lot of housing stock and many of it is reusable. So we can fix up that home and bring a new family into the neighborhood. We'll do some demolition to take down some homes that maybe aren't repairable and create space for future development. We'll do green space improvements, maybe making pocket parks or doing art installation, and then also working with community assets, schools, churches that are already there to strengthen those to make the neighborhood even beautiful and brighter.
And is there a way that people can get involved, or if they can be a part of that neighborhood? I mean, we know that they have to go and apply and go through a lot of different things to get their Habitat home, but if they specifically want to be a part of that, they have to do something.
So every family who comes into our program goes through the same process. It's about an 18 to 24 month program from when you start with Habitat until when you close on your home. And when families have completed their classes and they're getting ready to build, we do offer them the opportunity to pick where they're going to go. They certainly get the choice to choose their lot and choose where they're going to build. So if a family is interested in living in Southeast Canton and they want to be involved in that way, they start the Habitat program just like anyone else would. And then when it gets to that point, they certainly can pick to build in the Southeast. And we have 5 families who will be moving into Southeast Canton after this year. We have 5 new builds going.
I would imagine that makes for a very cohesive neighborhood too. When people are coming together, they're kind of building, the neighborhood from the ground up together.
That is certainly our goal. And one of the things that we know is so special about Southeast Canton, and particularly what we call the Lathrop neighborhood, where we're working in 2021, is that deep sense of community pride and wanting to make the community safe and welcoming for new families. So that's something that we've already seen, and we're excited to see that grow as we continue to be there.
That pride and dignity is really something that permeates the entire program of Habitat for Humanity. And that's really why Habitat is so powerful. When homes are earned and paid for and bought with that 0% interest mortgage, when families are working hard to build their homes and the homes of others and go through the Habitat for Humanity program and take financial literacy courses and courses on home maintenance, it all adds to this pride of ownership that not only affects the family that's going through the program, but then permeates the entire community. And that's why, when we talk about our mission statement at Habitat for Humanity, it's bringing people together to build homes, yes, but it's also about building communities and strengthening entire communities. And really, the Renewal Project is a great example of actually making that tangible. And then, of course, at the end of that, everyone's got a renewed sense of strength and stability, and the neighborhoods just shine after Habitat for Humanity families are a part of building up that community.
What about the Faith Build launch, the 2021 Faith Build launch? Because I know this, fits right into everything that you're just saying, Kevin.
It absolutely does. One of the things we are so excited about is this is our largest faith build that we have ever done. So we have 16 faith communities who are building 3 homes on a block in Northeast Canton together. And this is a project we're so excited to be able to do this year because it was supposed to happen in 2020 and we had to postpone it because of COVID. So we have 3 families who have been waiting so patiently for such a long time to do this build. And if people go out anytime between June and September, in Northeast Canton, you will see 3 different faith communities on any given day working on 3 different homes for families.
Now, I know the build season is underway. Let's put the snow out of our minds because it's only going to be here for another 24 hours, maybe.
Right.
But your build season is underway. Are there special protocols or things that you guys are working through? How's that working for you?
Absolutely. One of the things that was nice about 2020 was that we could practice our COVID protocols to make sure that for 2021, we knew exactly what worked and how we would be able to welcome people back to our sites safely so that we could just go full steam ahead. Because like Kevin said, we have so many families in our program who are waiting for affordable housing, and we wanted to make sure that as many of them can be in homes by the end of the year as possible. So if people come to volunteer on our sites, they'll notice just a few things that are different that we have done to make sure we're following all of the governor's recommendations and the CDC's recommendations. So that includes fewer people on sites. We've limited the number of volunteers that we have just to make sure we're not having large groups and that people can be appropriately distanced as best they can on a site. We also require that everyone wear a mask the whole time that they're on our site. And we've created separate tool bins for everyone that are color coded. So instead of, sharing hammers and sharing other tools, everyone knows that if I have the pink bucket today, I have the pink hammer, and those are my tools. So we make sure that people are keeping things to themselves in that way.
That's awesome. That's great. That's great. We're going to take a break.
Despite the snow, I'm actually going to a work site for the first wall raising of the season, right after our interview here. Despite the snow, this is the first time in 6 years I think I've ever seen a wall raising happening on a snowy day like this. But right after this is our very first wall raising of this season, and incredibly excited to go out and get some media of that. And we'll post that on our Facebook page a little bit later today.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I love it. See, I said snow is not going to stop anything.
No way. No way. Not a chance.
All right. We will take a quick break, like I said, and we'll talk more about how people and organizations can get involved as well. It is Habitat for Humanity, East Central Ohio on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
It's Kenny and JT.
4 tickets to the Pro Football Hall of Fame if we call your name and you call within the 10-minute window. And then everybody that registered online at WHBC.com will be eligible for the grand prize, a $1,000 gift card from Canton.
Yep. Todd Davis.
Todd, congratulations. How are you?
Good. Thank you very much.
Don't forget, you're still eligible for that grand prize, so keep listening, Todd, all right?
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It's the Kenny and JT Show, powered by Paramount Elite ICS on WHBC.
You've got questions, we've got answers. We're Fulton Drugs and Medicap Pharmacy, where your health is our number one priority. We're happy to assist you with all your prescription and over-the-counter needs. Right now, maybe you want to boost your immunity. We can help you select the vitamin and mineral supplement to do just that. We're proudly serving the Canton and Massillon areas with drive-through and free delivery service. Locally owned and operated pharmacies here to serve your healthcare needs. Medicap Pharmacy and Fulton Drugs, your hometown pharmacies.
JT again with Samuel Rinaldi, Paramount Elite. If you're a homeowner like I am, listen up. JT, there is no better time than now to start planning your outdoor living experience. Let Team Paramount come out and design a new patio, an addition, stamped concrete, whatever your heart desires, Team Paramount will execute. Call us at 330-842-9181 or check us out on the web at ParamountEliteOH.com. Can I break out the grill? Hang tight, JT. Call Team Paramount.
If you're a business owner, you don't need us to tell you that running a business is tough, but you might be making it harder on yourself than necessary. Don't let QuickBooks and spreadsheets slow you down anymore. It's time to upgrade to NetSuite. Stop paying for multiple systems that don't give you the information you need when you need it. Ditch the spreadsheets and all the old software you've outgrown. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, HR, inventory, e-commerce, and more. Everything you need, all in one place instantly. Whether you're doing $1 million or hundreds of millions in revenue, save time and money with NetSuite. Join the over 24,000 companies using NetSuite right now. Let NetSuite show you how they'll benefit your business with a free product tour at netsuite.com/radar. Schedule your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/radar. netsuite.com/radar.
Because the news never stops, and neither do we. News Talk 1480, WHBC.
The radio's all yours. 1480.
It matters and it makes a difference, and we just want to say thank you.
All in one place at WHBC.com.
I'm Jim Michaels. Thanks for listening to 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back. It is Spotlight today. We are talking about Habitat for Humanity, East Central Ohio. We have with us Alison Mattis, Director of Development, and Kevin Miller, Director of Communications. And we've been talking about building those homes and the importance of it, and the larger meaning of it than rather just four walls upon a person. And you know, one of the things, guys, that I think is important we explain to people is how they move through that process. And, you know, it's not just, oh, here's a house, it's yours, here's keys, go ahead in. Glad we could help. But it's way more a process than that. Maybe explain that and how people, you know, get that opportunity.
Sure, Pam.
Yeah, so there is, oh, go ahead, Allison.
Sure, Pam. So the Habitat program lasts anywhere from 18 to 24 months. So from the time that we first work with a family until they build their home, it can be all the way up to a 2-year process. So the way a family first comes to Habitat is they fill out an application. And then there are 3 things that we look at before a family is accepted to the Habitat partnership. And the first is ability to pay, because like you have pointed out, Habitat homes are not free. At the end of everything, these families purchase their homes and they get a 0 interest mortgage, but they pay for the house. So the first thing that we look at is a family's ability to be able to afford that affordable mortgage at the end of the program. And then the next thing that we look at is need. And that can be anything from, is the family living in an overcrowded situation, an unsafe situation? Are they paying a very high rent? Do they have a real true need for the Habitat partnership and for an affordable mortgage? And once a family gets past those 2 points, then we look at a willingness to partner, because the Habitat program, like we said, is anywhere from 1.5 to 2 years. And families complete hundreds of hours of what we call sweat equity. So this is the part where they are taking classes to prepare for the home they're going to own. So that is financial literacy classes. What is a mortgage? What is debt? How do you set up a savings account? Let's look at your budget and figure out what you're spending your money on, and maybe what some of your goals are, and how we can set you up to be able to not only afford your home, but have money for your children's education, healthier food for your family, those sorts of things. We do our home modules. So that is where we bring families into our Habitat campus. We have 5 life-size modules that teach you how to fix your toilet if it's leaking, how to repair the screens in your windows, how to put a door on a closet back on its tracks, so that when families are in their homes, they know how to fix them. Many of our families are first-time homeowners, and so they've never had to fix any of these things. They have a landlord that they can call if something happens, and so something like a hot water heater might be completely foreign to them, and we want them to know how to be able to fix it. And then the last class that they do is something that we call Foundations, and it's very much about personal development. We say at Habitat all the time that it takes longer to build a person than it does to build a home, and we want to make sure that the families that we have going into our neighborhoods and into our homes are healthy and that they are ready. So that's really an opportunity for them to talk about what's going on in their lives and just feel stronger and empowered and ready to take that next step of home ownership. Our families also volunteer at our restore. They volunteer here at Habitat. They build homes with other families, and then they participate in the building of their homes. And once all of that is finished, then they purchase that Habitat home with an interest-free mortgage.
Kevin, you have been doing this for a long time. You've, been with people who have gone through the process, watched them build their homes. I mean, what's their reaction when they first come into the program and they know that they are going to go through all the things that Allison's been talking about? Yeah, the transformation that happens with families from the beginning of the process to the end is just an incredible thing to watch. You can see it in people's eyes. Every family that comes in, we do a beginning interview from the very first day.
that they come in. We're talking with families about what they're hoping for, what this will mean for their children. Like Alison said, what it'll mean for their future opportunities like education and all of that. And they say what they think it's going to mean. And we even ask the question, imagine you're at the end of this process. You've built your house. You've got the keys in your hand. It's done. You unlock the door. You step inside. Tell us what that means, what that feels like. And people kind of give us a actually happens because they don't even know how excited they're going to be. And so when we fast forward to the end of that process and families actually do unlock the doors and step into their home, it's an emotional experience. It's a life-changing and literally life-altering experience. There's so many emotions wrapped up in what happens in that moment because, like Alison was saying, the families have worked hard for it. It's been a long time, 18 to 24 months from the time they started to now. They can picture their entire future in that moment. And they can picture the future of their children, which for parents is even more incredibly impactful. So, yeah, the course of that pride of ownership we talked about a little bit earlier, that dignity, that self-reliance and self-confidence, it's all being built up right in line with the home that's being built. And so when it all comes together, it is just a truly powerful moment. And, you said I've been around here a long time, and that has never gotten old. I have never gotten tired of watching a family go through that process. And then, of course, the key presentation ceremonies. And then along with that, all of the volunteers and the sponsors and the team here at Habitat that gets to share that moment together. It's just, it is community. It is partnership. It is the beautiful part of Habitat for Humanity that brings everyone together. And I've not seen anything like it in my 40 years on this earth.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. It is pretty strong. You are right about that. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about another component of Habitat for Humanity, the Restore, which happens to be one of my favorite components.
And I love that it's one of your favorites. I love it.
We've talked about it so frequently, and we will do that. And we'll have the news and the weather and much more coming up, and we'll return to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
There's so much texting going on.
Hey, get your phone out and put our new text number in it. Anytime you want to text us, you can.
Pam Cook, Jim Michaels, J.D. DeAngelis, John Bozica, Brian Novak, Kenny, and J.T.
330-583-4591.
From home decoration to home improvement, get everything you need at a fraction of the price. At Habitat Restore in Canton, you'll find new and gently used furniture, appliances, home decor, building materials, and much more. In-store and online at restoreeco.org. And when you shop and donate at Restore, you'll help local families build homes with Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity Restore, the store that builds homes.
If you're very quiet, you can hear it. The joy, the freedom, the crunch. From 100% whole grain oats. Stay outside longer with Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Granola Bars. We are better outside.
One, 2, 7.
Hey, what you doing there, pal?
Just entering my social security number to get approved for a car. 8, 2. Whoa! Whoa! What on earth was that for?
Billy, you don't need to give anybody your social security number at Wacom. WacomKia.com.
But my credit is so rough.
It doesn't matter. No social security number is needed. They got credit amnesty. If you bring home $350 a week, you get up to $30,000 in credit and no hard credit pull.
And I can get pre-approved with no social security number right now?
Correctamundo. Check it out. WacomKia.com. Name, address, boom.
Hey, I'm pre-approved for $30,000. Well, thanks, George.
No problemo. And did you notice you can get new Kias from just $199 a month with zero down?
$199 a month for a new Kia. I like it.
That's right, Billy. Nothing down.
Plus credit amnesty. If you bring home $350 a week, you get up to $30,000 in credit.
At Wacom Kia on the Wacom Auto Mile.
Or get pre-approved at WacomKia.com.
WacomKia.com.
36-month lease, 12K miles per year, 20 cents per additional, plus tax, tag, title. Our credit pull required for final bank approval to qualified buyers.
You know, I never thought I'd ask this question, but would you like to see Kenny and JT's face on a mug or a mug on a mug? You can see all kinds of cool stuff. Our fan gear is now for sale at WHBC.com.
Save today on your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Novix Stackstone panels replicate the natural hand-laid look of Stackstone masonry at a fraction of the cost. They're easy to install with a seamless appearance. Only $365 per square foot after 11% rebate. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through Saturday, April 24th. Savings are mail and rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Ashley from Burndale's Water Center. It's tax time, and Burndale's can help turn your refund into clean, clear, great-tasting water. There's never been a better time to make nature's water even better. Call Burndale's Water Center today.
Burndale's Water Center.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom. Well, we were waking up to snow, several inches on yards and sidewalks, fortunately not on the roadways this morning. Still, the cold temperature led the National Weather Service to issue a freeze warning for tonight for parts of the area, including Carroll and Tuscarawas counties. AccuWeather says the low will be 28 degrees. State health officials say that new COVID-19 case numbers and hospitalizations are once again beginning to trend downward. Numbers from the Ohio Department of Health show about 1,800 new cases. That's a decrease of more than 500 cases from last Tuesday. Vaccine numbers, 37.8% of the people in Ohio have gotten at least one shot. 27% are fully vaccinated. Democrats in the Ohio House have unveiled several legislative gun control priorities, though the measures face an uphill battle in a Republican-dominated legislature. They revealed the plans at a press conference yesterday. The proposal includes universal background checks for gun purchases and a so-called red flag law, allowing the temporary removal of guns from individuals deemed at risk to themselves or to others. In an effort to keep Americans safe from the coronavirus, the State Department has issued a warning to let people know what countries to avoid. The Global Travel Advisory marks the first government-issued travel warning since August. It lists more than 80% of the world's countries as level 4 regions or do not travel areas. More news coming up at 10 o'clock. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Windy this afternoon with a couple of showers of rain or snow, totaling up to 3 inches. High for the rest of the day, 42. Then partly cloudy and cold tonight with a freeze and a low of 29. Thursday, a morning rain or snow shower in spots. Otherwise, breezy and chilly tomorrow with partly cloudy skies and a high of 47. Then mostly sunny on Friday, high 60. Showers possible Saturday. I'm Holly Holdren for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Monday through Friday, it's John Bozica live and local.
And I'll tell you what, Stark County has responded. John Bozica, I will talk to you again at 10 a.m.
We're back to normal, I guess. Every year, there's always slight adjustments.
Does it look different? Yeah. It's a good fresh look.
There's a lot to like.
You guys are going to get some opportunities.
Expect to be a competitive team and compete for the American League Central.
This clubhouse is ready to take on the challenge.
We're young, we're exciting.
The way we feel about the game never changes.
Check out the Indians at home against the Chicago White Sox. Pregame tonight at 5:35 on 1480 WHBC Sports.
Ready to spring into that new car, truck, or motorcycle and secure a rate of 2.49% APR? You can make it happen at Friends and Family Credit Union. A new vehicle loan for 2.49% APR up to 76 months and no payment for 90 90 days. Stop in and talk to our local friendly loan professionals. They'll put you on the road in the vehicle you want with a rate as low as 2.49% APR. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. Friends and Family Credit Union has 3 convenient locations to serve you, including our newest location inside the Acme Fresh Market on Whipple Avenue in Canton, online, and in the palm of your hand with mobile banking. Additional restrictions may apply. All rates and promotions are subject to change without notice. This institution is privately insured by ASI up to $250,000 per account. Secure your new vehicle loan as low as 2.49% up to 76 months at Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
From home decoration to home improvement, get everything you need at a fraction of the price. At Habitat Restore in Canton, you'll find new and gently used furniture, appliances, home decor, building materials, and much more. In-store and online at restoreeco.org. And when you shop and donate at Restore, you'll help local families build homes with Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity Restore, the store that builds homes.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Pam Cook with you on Spotlight. And again, if you want to check us out on Facebook right now, you can watch this live on Facebook, also on our Twitter feed at 1480 WHBC. And we have a YouTube channel, 1480 WHBC, that you can check it out. If you missed any of the first half hour, you can go to those places and watch the entire thing as well. Plus, we'll have it for you at WHBC.com. And we're talking Habitat for Humanity East Central Ohio today with Kevin Miller, Director of Communications, and also Alison Mattis, Director of Development. We've been talking about homes and building homes and how folks get homes, but there is another component to Habitat, and this is, the fundraising side of it, the part that helps build homes. And it's the Habitat Restore, which has become near and dear to my heart, we all know, because I talk about it so much. But talk a little bit about the Restore. Let's, first of all, explain what the Restore is, Kevin. I mean, it's been around for a while, and you centralized a few years back to a great location that I know a lot of people love.
That's right. Yeah, our first Restore opened, I think, in 2003, and we had a couple of locations for a little while, brought it all together under one big roof on Raft Road Southwest here in Canton. And so now we've got over 30,000 square feet of home goods and building materials, and that includes things like furniture, appliances, home decor, you name it, we probably have it if it has to do with your home. But really, Restore is a donation center as well. It's a place where the public can bring the items that they no longer need and donate them at Restore, get a tax deduction for that donation, and then we resell those items so that we can help Habitat for Humanity build more homes with local families right here in this community. So it's a big part of how we fund every single home build that Habitat for Humanity East Central Ohio does. There's a little bit of Restore money, the proceeds from those sales in every project that we do throughout East Central Ohio. So this operation here in Canton helps build homes in Stark, Carroll, Tuscarawas, Harrison, and Jefferson counties. And it's a vitally important part of what we do. This time of year is a great time to really focus on some spring cleaning while we're thinking about it here. I mean, I know there's snow on the ground. I know that was really hard to wake up to, but it is spring. And those spring cleaning projects, especially coming out of like stay-at-home orders where you're looking around your house and going, man, I hate that couch, or I've got a backache from sitting in that chair. It just doesn't fit me, but it might fit someone else. That's a great thing to maybe donate to Restore. So we also offer free donation pickup for things like that. So I like to say that Restore is spring cleaning's like best friend. So people can visit our website at restoreeco.org. Or call us at 330-915-5920 to schedule a free donation pickup. Or, of course, they can drop off items. We're open fully now with safety protocols in place, but you can drop off your donations anytime we're open, Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we'd be happy to give you a tax receipt for that donation and thank you kindly for it, and then resell it and build more homes.
And it's interesting because there are people who may be moving or downsizing and, come up with a whole bunch of stuff that, like you say, you have somebody to have come pick it up and they bring it to the Restore and they'll take care of it for you. But are there items out there that you do not take?
There are a few things like paint or, of course, hazardous materials. We have referrals for places we can send those to. But really, if we can accept it, we really do try to, because every item that we can accept means that we can do more good in this community. And so around here, I always kind of try and say when I'm spending time with you talking about Restore, thank you to this community, because the community around Restore in this area is just incredible with the donated items and everything from individual homes to businesses that donate entire floors of materials, or hotels that donate when they're remodeling every room in their place. Really, the possibilities are endless for items that can be donated. And like I said, if we can accept it, we really do. But there are things, of course, we don't do clothing at Restore. For example, we don't do like baby items, because we want to make sure, like things like cribs, because we want to make sure that we're keeping things safe for little ones and things like that. So our website at restoreeco.org/donate has a long list of things that we can accept and a much shorter list of things that we cannot. So if someone's interested, they can check that out and then schedule their pickup.
Now, you guys have a great Facebook page with a ton of items and things that people can look at. I got to tell you, I don't know if I've ever told you this story before, because this is kind of a new one, but this one was looking for an item for my son for Christmas. And it was the night before Thanksgiving, 11 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. Your website, your online shopping site, mm-hmm. increased exponentially over the pandemic time.
Yeah.
And so I jumped on and I was, oh my gosh, there's the golf cart of my dreams. Okay. And, a push cart thing. And I sent it to my other son, said, do you think Jordan would like this? And he said, get it. And I bought it. I picked it up like 3 days later and he uses it every time he golfs. He loves it. And I mean, that website, talk about that a little bit, because it has, like I said, has just exploded with items.
Yeah, when we were trying to figure out how to remain safe, we were trying to get creative and really invested in doing an online shopping experience really well for people. And so we took the time to build it properly. We've got our Facebook page, of course, that has a huge community of people that we love interacting with and we appreciate so much. It's a wonderful community. If you haven't been a part of that, it's facebook.com/restoreeco. But then on our website, we also built an online shopping experience so people can shop 24/7 for items that they really need. One of the things we overlook maybe in the middle of a pandemic is people still need essential home goods. We still need appliances when ours break. We still need a bed when we can't use the one we have or something breaks. People need those items essentially. So we really wanted to try and get that done. And so on our website at shop.restoreeco.org, or click the shop online button at the very top, you can shop for literally thousands of items that are specific and exclusive to our online store. And you can also purchase those items in our Facebook shop. It's the same store. So no matter where you go, you can find the same items to purchase. And you're going to get great Restore prices, which are typically, 50 to 90% off the regular retail price. And you're going to get unique items that you can't find anywhere else. And that's one of the most beautiful things about Restore, I think. Is stuff you're not going to find it anywhere else, and it's right here, and it's priced well, and it helps Habitat for Humanity build homes. So you can shop and donate on our website at restoreeco.org. You can shop and learn about donations on our Facebook page. And really, you can connect with us anywhere, and we're going to get you where you need to go so that you can get rid of the stuff you no longer need, find some more stuff that you do need, and do it all with Restore and help us build homes.
Yeah, home office people, if you're still looking for that desk or, a more comfortable desk chair, we did that twice.
We do have a lot of desks and office furniture right now. I want to mention too, this is pretty exciting. We have a large selection of brand new scratch and dent appliances. And these are like stainless steel, really quality items that have minor imperfections that are going to save you a lot of money. So if you are looking for something like that, visit us, because those items are only in store. They're not in our online shop, but brand new scratch and dent appliances, freezers, dishwashers, washers, dryers, stoves, refrigerators, you name it. It's all in our store right now on Raff Road.
All right, we will take a quick break right now. We have some other things to talk about, the Hope Restored program being one of them, and then some other things as well. But we will do that in just a minute, and we will continue talking about Habitat for Humanity East Central Ohio on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
There's so much texting going on.
Hey, get your phone out and put our new text number in it.
Save it.
330-583-4591.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You have to test for blood glucose. We know test strips can be very expensive at many pharmacies. At the Medicine Center Pharmacies, we supply you with a free Easy Max kit, monitor, and strips to either continue or begin with a new blood glucose monitor. And when you buy a package of 50 strips, they're only $7.99. And only at the Medicine Center Pharmacies you'll find this bargain in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia. See us on Facebook for more healthcare bargains.
Hello, I'm a unicorn. Yes, one of those. Everyone's trying to find me, but most can't, unless they're ZipRecruiter. If you've hired before, you understand it's quite hard to find a unicorn. You know, someone who's perfect for your role, but somehow ZipRecruiter manages to do it fast. Talk about magical. And right now, you can go to ZipRecruiter.com/trial to try it for free. ZipRecruiter's technology finds candidates with the right experience, like me, and actively invites them to apply to your job. ZipRecruiter knows you want more than just great resumes. You want brilliant people who can help your business shine. That's why they make hiring these people easy. But I'm just a majestic unicorn. Don't take my word for it. Listen to him.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Monday through Friday, it's John Bozica live and local.
And I'll tell you what, Stark County has responded. John Bozica, I will talk to you again at 10 a.m.
And again, welcome back to Spotlight. I'm Pam Cook, along with Alison Mattis, Director of Development, and Kevin Miller, Director of Communications for Habitat for Humanity East Central Ohio. And we've been talking about the Habitat Restore and the free donation pickup and cleaning and all of the wonderful things that you can donate and how you go about doing that. But Guys, let's explain to people what the Hope Restored program is, because I think that's a very cool thing that you guys offer.
It is. Hope Restored is a program that we developed with other partners throughout the community, along with the city of Canton, to help low to moderate income families who need decent home furnishings, help them get those items for free. A lot of times we forget that a simple chair or a good bed to sleep in can make all of life feel better. And a lot of times families have real needs and can't even afford to shop at Restore, or life situations are extreme and they need furniture quickly and don't have the resources to get those things. So we developed the Hope Restored partnerships to provide free vouchers for shopping to families in situations like that. For example, we've partnered with the Domestic Violence Project, ComQuest, Catholic Charities, Christ Presbyterian Church in Canton, and the YWCA to help clients of those organizations get vouchers that help them shop for decent home furnishings at Restore for no cost to that family. It allows families to come into Restore, get the items they need, and shop with dignity for those items. And we believe it's a powerful program because it's meeting a real need. We are still able to build homes on the Restore side of things, on the Habitat for Humanity side of things, but now everyone is benefiting from what's happening here, and especially the families who really need the items that Restore has to offer. And one of the things that we're most looking for are people out there who have stuff in their home that they can donate to Restore to help us keep items available for families in situations like this. So beyond just donating normal items to Restore, if you're looking around your home and this Hope Restored program, which offers these vouchers for families in at-risk and low to moderate income situations, donate those items to Restore, because you're helping this Hope Restored program really bless and benefit people in our community who really need these items. And those partnerships that we have developed across our community are so valuable and are changing lives every day. Every day someone's in Restore shopping with one of these Hope Restored vouchers, and we just know that their life is going to be impacted in a positive way because of this Hope Restored program. So proud of the fact that we can offer free shopping vouchers to families who really need them and can help them get really quality home goods for no cost to them. It's a powerful program.
And I know that we mentioned earlier before we came on the air, this is National Volunteer Week.
Yes.
And you know, this is Habitat is built on volunteers, right? I mean, that's a big integral part of your organization.
Alison, you want to talk about some volunteerism stuff on the Habitat side, and then I'll hit the Restore side.
Sure, absolutely. Pam, you are absolutely correct. The reason we are able to build affordable homes for families in our community is because of the people who volunteer with us. So our volunteers come out, and on every home build that we have, 16 days of building that home is volunteer led. And now I know if you're listening, you might think that that sounds like something that the average person with no building experience can do. But we have volunteers of all abilities who come out and they build with us, and the homes go up. And that's how we're able to keep that price so affordable for families. And if you're someone who's listening and that doesn't sound like something that you're interested in, but you still do want to volunteer with Habitat, we like to say that we will work with whatever skill you have that you are interested in contributing. So that might look like bringing a meal out to a site, or even coming out to a site to pray with the volunteers and the families. So there are lots of opportunities to volunteer with our Habitat ministry, and we certainly rely on those volunteers. They are truly the backbone of Habitat, and we could not do what we do without them.
Yeah, and the same is true for Restore. At Restore, volunteers help us keep our overhead low, which means more resources can go straight to home building. And so volunteers across the entire Habitat for Humanity organization, they're really the heartbeat of what we do, like Alison has said. We're not ready to invite volunteers back to Restore quite yet because it's all indoors and closed space and all of that, but we're excited to do that soon. And that means there are opportunities like on the dock, helping us price and inventory things on the floor, helping us with customer service and all sorts of things. So we kind of think at Habitat for Humanity in general, whatever your skill set, whatever your passion, we can find a place. And this National Volunteer Week, we want to make sure that whether you're a regular Habitat volunteer, like our Habitat crew, or if you've volunteered one time, we have thousands of volunteers every year, and we couldn't be more grateful for every single one of you. We have a saying here at our organization that every hand makes a difference, and Habitat for Humanity could not do the amount of good that it does without every single volunteer, from a work site to the restore. And so if you're listening out there and you have volunteered, thank you. From all of us. And if you're listening out there and you haven't volunteered, what are you waiting for? Come to our website at habitateco.org. Click the volunteer link under Build With Us and figure out how you can get started with us.
And if anybody has questions about, either signing up to possibly get a home or making a donation, any of those kinds of things, give us a phone number that they can call and find out more.
Sure, Pam, they can call 330-915-5888 and we will direct them to the right person. They can also visit our website, which is habitateco.org. And if you get on that first page and you scroll across the top, there are tabs for volunteering, for donating, and where you can learn more about our renewal projects.
And if you want to hit the restore, 1400 Raff Road Southwest. I'm telling you.
You have that memorized. That's amazing. I'm really impressed. And now everything you've ever said about Restore makes so much sense because you're probably here every day. Now you don't even need your GPS to get down here. So if you're interested in shopping or donating at Restore in person, you can visit us at 1400 Raff Road Southwest in Canton. If you're interested in shopping or scheduling a free donation pickup online, visit our website at restoreco.org, or you can give us a call to handle all those things, 330-915-5920.
All right, Alison and Kevin, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Hoodies and Canton's Morning News hoodies and t-shirts and mugs and tote bags and just all kinds of stuff. You got to go check it out. Take a look at it and get yourself something nice. Or maybe you know somebody, who's a big fan and it might make a nice little gift for them. Check it out. Let us know what you think about it. It's pretty awesome. And we would appreciate it if you would, show your love for us. I am going to have a hard time not buying everything. It's going to be really tough. Our fan gear is now for sale at WHBC.com.
From home